Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. And most of all, hope you all find that war against the grey. We're back with another hobby hangout tonight. Continuing to work on our Emperor's Spears Space Marines. As the internet decides it's going to be a butthead right as we start to be fine this whole time. Of course, it's going to be a pain in my butt now more than ever. So let's hope that's just fixes itself. Hello, I'm good, curious yourself. Just trying to make sure the internet is going to behave for me as it decides, first of all, straight away to be a butthead. Seems to be doing a little better. But yeah, we're going to work on our Emperor's Spear Space Marines. We're pretty much on the final stretch of this lot. So, done the washes, painted up this guy, the captain. I'm pretty happy with how he's turned out. So now we're just doing some research shading. Done the blade guards, the ancient, the lieutenant, and the captain. And now it's time to do some research shading on the assault intercessors that make up the vast majority of the army. So we need some Drachenhof Nightshade for this, and a very fine detail brush. So I put it back in here. Where did I put it? That's the one. I think. No? That was light hit. That will do. Oh, nice. Making some cow spawn for your Disciple Zinch. Awesome stuff. So, I'm just going to start, and pretty much we're just going to work our way around the models. Doing some recess shading. So, rather than like washing and straight away, this is a great way to get a nice, clean, crisp look on your Space Marines power armor. So you're just painting the wash into the recesses. This brush doesn't hold enough. It was what I was using before. Where did I put it? Ah, I think this is it. It holds. Yeah. No, that one just doesn't hold the wash enough for me. One, there's a nice fine tip, but it holds enough wash on it too that I'm not having to dip every 2 seconds. But yeah, if you're joining us live, let us know what hobby you're working on. I'd love to hear from everyone. Slowly working my way through these Emperor Spears. Once these are done, I've got a couple of conquest things I want to get done, and looking at some Harlequins for another 40k for us, because we're really trying to get some 40k stuff done for the channel. It's just a matter now of going through each model, all the little lines and crevices and that. Just going through them all, bit by bit. And putting the shade in the recesses. Not the most exciting work today, but it is what we got to do. And hopefully in the next few weeks, you'll see these guys in a battle report. Yeah, Spawn are such a cool. I've seen so many people do like kit bashes with Chaos Spawn. It's such a cool like concept and so easy to make work with like kit bashes. But yeah, so looking forward to having these guys nice and done up. Can get some games in with some Space Marines. Oh, nice. Got some spare Iron Doors bits off your friend. Awesome. Sounds fantastic, man. I mean, Disciples is Inch. Depending on what spell you're running, you obviously... I'm guessing you're running a Burning Sigil. Which pretty much makes having some Chaos Spawn mandatory for you. Burning Sigil, you would most certainly be. That's the one that turns things into Chaos Spawns. That's the one. Tome of Eyes sort of buffs your own wizards, so it makes you better at magic. So that's sort of. And the last one is damage dealing. I think all of them. I think it's a good set of endless spells. Each has a clear function. I think the direct damage one is probably the least useful because you've got a lot of direct damage endless spells already with Zinch. Direct damage spells, I mean. Hence why making the direct damage endless spell isn't. But it is cool, like, to have in that arsenal in case you need that last little bit of damage. So certainly has a place. I think all their endless spells, I think they've got a really solid set of endless spells. Yeah, the Sigil, I think, is by far the best one. Really good at, like, tying your opponent up. I think if you include the Sigil, you don't need to play in, like, Host Duplicitous, which is the one that stops your opponent, like, retreating because you can sort of tag them with Chaos Spawn and stuff. It did get FAQ to say it just sets up one. It doesn't matter how many units you kill. You just get the one Chaos Spawn. So it did get FAQ'd on that. But it's still really, really good. Yeah, I've got to paint up my Zinch Endless Spells. They'll be on the paint list sometime soon because I've got a Zinch army. Only like 1,000 points of them, but I have a Zinch army. So do just want to get the Endless Spells painted up so I can start playing games with it again. Because, like, you can't, like, it's a major allegiance ability for the army. You want the Endless Spells there. You get a few more demons as well. Oh, nice. I think Zangor armies are really good at the moment. I think, like, You say narrative play, but I think you could definitely do like a competitive Zangor army as well. I have quite a few friends who are keen on Zangor. Got a first shaman coming today or tomorrow. Awesome. I got a Zangor shaman down there as well. He's one of the few Zinch miniatures I haven't painted up. Zangor just, there's a lot to paint on them. They're really, really fantastic minis. There is a lot of different detail, a lot of different texture on such a small model. I think they have like, I was talking to a friend. I painted as many different textures and like on one Zangor as I did on like a Thunder Tusk model. And like, there's a big difference between those two models and the size of them. You know, some of the Zangor have scales, some have fur, some have feathers, some have wood, some have metal, some have dangly gold, you know, or like trinkets. They've got horns, they've got beaks, they've got tongues showing, they've got eyes, they've got runes. There's a lot to those models. They're fantastic miniatures. There's just a lot to them. And I think that's Zinch in general, though, really. There's a lot to the Zinch miniatures. Karak Acolytes, I've got another 40 to paint up. Karak Acolytes are my favorite Zinch miniatures. I'm excited for ogres, though. I do want to paint up the ogres I have. Not painted. So I've still got the Feast of Blood ogres, unpainted, and a Slaughter Master to paint up. Nice. Yeah, look, like I like that idea of having different projects and having different projects at different levels. Like these guys, I've gone a lot more all out than I did with, say, what did I paint before? What was the project I did before these? Eldar. Yeah, my Eldar, like they had highlights and stuff, but I don't think I put as much effort. Oh, my Daughters of Cain were the one before. My Daughters of Cain, they're painted nicely, but I don't think they're up to the standard these Marines are. And I think that's actually a really good thing to have different projects of different levels of your painting. Like everyone's talking about slap chop at the moment. And I think something like that is actually really good, even for someone who can, paint to quite a high standard. Painting at that level and like having a cool looking mini that you can achieve in, a day is really good for your like confidence of painting miniatures and keeping going. I like after I've done like a project like this, after I finished my Daughters of Cain, which they weren't like to a like above tabletop standard. They were probably tabletop standard, maybe slightly above. But after I painted them, I quickly slap chopped a couple of models for a game called Umbraturus. And that was just to get me back in the groove of painting after like, spending quite a lot of hours into those Daughters of Cain because I had to batch paint a lot of models and, quite a large project. Just getting a quick win with like a smaller project was really, really cool. So really enjoyed like just being able to go, cool, here's a project, and I finished it in a couple of hours. So that was yeah, it got me that quick little win, which was nice. And I think like having those different sort of level projects, and like you could do that. Like you want to go more all out with your Disciples of Zinch, you can go back and paint that quicker scheme on your Skaven when you go, cool, I painted a couple of units of Disciples of Zinch, but this has taken me a lot longer. You find yourself maybe struggling with that painting. And go back to your Skaven. Go back and paint something. Or like Zinch is really good to have. Zinch is actually really cool Because while you have like Kayak acolytes and that sort of stuff, those highly detailed miniatures, you also have their demons, bar maybe the Lord of Change, are incredibly easy to paint at a decent level pretty quickly. So you can move between that much more detailed project and an easier project. You just keep everything flowing, keeping you in a positive state of mind about how you're going with your projects, and really just keeping the juices flowing. Yeah, there's some really cool techniques you can use with your demons. So dry brushing, then highlighting your demons to clean up the edges is really nice and easy, and makes some really good looking demon models. So what you do is you generally circular dry brush, because when you dry brush and you dry brush in a circle, right, it picks out muscle tone, which is really good for the demons because they have lots of raised areas of, I say muscle, but blobby. Mass is probably a better word for the demons, or zinch for the horrors. But then you can, with that, you sort of pick out the thing. You can then smooth your edge. You can provide edge highlights and clean up the tops and deepen the tops nicely with a nice layer, but you also get that blending sort of effect to them as well. Really cool way for painting up demons nice and quick. It's actually a Warhammer TV tutorial on Blue Horrors. So if you're looking for a really cool idea on how to paint some demons nice and quick, that Warhammer TV painting tutorial on Blue Horrors is really good. Showing how to achieve something like that really fast. Nice, yeah. I think the summoning mechanics certainly are a major part of the chaos armies that you need to include within when playing. I do like that they're pushing more of, especially with Slaanesh. I know it's not the perfect army, but I like the fact that the mortals on the table result in the summoning being a thing. I like the idea of the army starting as mortals and demons coming to the table. Demons coming to the table, properly, having that summoning, that chaos sort of feel of mortals summoning demons to the battlefield for them. Robin, hello. Good morning, mate. How are we? Also, if you are joining us live, don't forget you can join YouTube members for a couple of bucks, and you get the cool emojis that our YouTube members get in the Discord in the chat. Robin, you get access to them. They're one of our members. Help support the channel and keeps the lights on for us. Sleep deprived deep. Sleep deprived. That is my life. Once we get to 25 YouTube members, we're going to be able to get some more of those emojis done. We'll get our YouTube members to pick what sort of emojis we want. So once we get to 25, we'll put some more in. We have a cool little Zinch one, our little fire emoji. Yeah, I got Discord on my phone, but nice. Nice, so we'll have a look. We won't show anyone. Curious. So what hobby are we working on there? Dude, that's awesome. Love it. That's awesome, man. Awesome stuff, Robin. I look forward to seeing that project there finished. Sorry, everyone. Robin went. Can't show what it is. But if you're in the Discord, I'm sure when Robin has finished it, he'll share it in the Discord. Yeah, if you're joining us live, say hello. Let us know what you're hobbying on. Love to hear from everyone on what we're all hobbying and hanging out. We're getting our Space Marines done for our Emperor Spears army. The final sort of stage on all these assault intercessors of just edge. Well, it's effectively reverse edge highlighting. I'm recess shading all the blue to add some depth to it. So get these, and that's a matter of finishing the basing. This is 1,000 points of Marines here. Of Emperor Spears, nice combat focused Marine force. Very, very combat focused Marine force. Nice. Yeah. I will post soon to you as well, obviously. Not been well. Haven't been out of the house much. Um, I've got to send you some stuff over, by the way. I've constantly been not well. So you should have some other stuff. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a stretch painting. Best of luck with that, man. So I haven't forgotten about sending you what we've talked about, but yeah, it's just going to be a little bit delayed just due to life. Kevin, painting up some Chaos Warriors and Bellicor, awesome. Cheers, Kev. Yeah, it's been a rough few weeks, a few months really. Yeah. Oh, this kicked my ass. This RSV virus, and I got pneumonia from it, which just not fun, not fun at all. But we are all doing better. Everyone's on the mend. Still not 100%. I pulled out of the GTs I was going to go to. I just feel I don't think I'd hack it at a 2-day event. So unfortunately pulled out of the 40k and the Age of Sigma GT. But there's a Age of Sigma 1-day event for 1,000 points, so I might paint up a new force for that. We're quite happy. I tried with my Emperor Spears to paint up a couple of different skin tones on the Marines to sort of break up the clans and stuff like that, because it's cool to have different skin colors in the Marine chapters. I don't get why, I don't like, especially for 40k, I don't like painting up people like all the same skin on like a Space Marine chapter. If they're recruited from a world, it doesn't make sense to me that everyone has the same skin color on a world. And Emperor Spears is supposed to be from jungle, a bunch of island jungle world. So I look at Hispanic sort of stuff where forests and that exist, and there are people of different skin tones. So that's what I went with that. It just adds a little bit more to the painting and the colors as well. Nice. Don't think, unfortunately. Also, if you are watching, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It helps people come find us or when we are live. So definitely helps big time. Dropping a like on the video while we're live. I'm really keen to see the Slave to Darkness stuff. Don't know if I'm going to pick up the box, mainly because Slave to Darkness for me, I'm going to build an army. I know it's not competitive, but I'm going to build the Ogroid army. So, I'll probably search on eBay and see if I can probably end up and seeing if I can find a couple of the Therodon kits from like box splits and stuff like that. It looks like they're the least competitive part of that box set. But yeah, I just want a full Ogre army, so yeah, same. Like I did a video not too long ago talking about like model ranges that could, see like a proper release, and Ogres were certainly one of them. Right, we're at the start of them. I think there's definitely room for more of them to come, but yeah. Oh yeah, 12 Ogres. So what are they? They're like 180 or 210, something like that. So 12, yeah, 800. It probably would be around about 1,000 points, to be honest. 12 because it's 4 units. I don't think they're 250, are they? They're less. They're like 240, 220, something like that. So I just got a ton of boxes. I was talking to everyone last night. I've got 3 big box sets sitting there now. So I managed to get a Black Templar launch box, dirt cheap. So I picked that up. I've got the Adeptus Titanicus core set, and I just got a Warcry Heart of Ger box as well. Because Warcry, I think, is by far my favorite Games Workshop game at the moment. Yeah, like I paint my armies to a point level. So like I've got 1,000 points here. I'll paint this to 1,000. I don't know how many points of actual Marines I've got though. But yeah, I sort of do a mix of bit of both. But I definitely I collect models and then we'll put them into an army. Like I'll buy generally like a lot of the ways I've got like big armies is I've Warcraft is such a good game. I think it is definitely my favorite part of the game at the moment. I'm really interested. I want to see. I'll be pressuring people to put out Warcraft rules for those Slaves to Darkness and Ogres that are coming out. Then again, because the Ogres only have 1 new hunter, so he'll probably get rules, and the Slaves to Darkness will have a bit. So hopefully we get some updated rules for the 2 factions. If I want wizards, I will ally in some Zinch models, Kev, and take a couple of them. I know they won't get the Slaves to Darkness spell law, but if I want wizards, that's how I'm going to do it. Although, to be fair, I could make one of the third wizard, make my general take Arcane Tome and Master of Magic. Warcry is really cool, Curious. We have a few bat reps up of it if you'd like to get a look, and we've got some getting started videos on the channel as well. The Thermitage is cool. The problem is he won't have access to the Slaves to Darkness. He won't have access to the Slaves to Darkness stuff. If we're talking match play, like Kev said, he's built some like custom minis. But yeah, I would take a Myrmidon, convert him up, and just be like, cool, Arcane Tome, Master of Magic, and there's a wizard. John, hello, mate. How are we? Good to see a bunch of friendly faces in the chat. Hope you're all doing well, everyone. What's this? I mean, I've had 4 hobby hangouts this week. We're getting back to like this is like COVID times hobby hangout levels. I've enjoyed like hobby and hanging out. This is like a nice way to end my day. Nice and relaxing. I quite enjoy just coming here and chatting with everyone to end my day. Nice. Yeah. I'm doing some back rep recording tomorrow. I have Steam come around. I think we're going to tackle Elder Scrolls tomorrow. Maybe a little bit, couple of games of Warcry as well. I should have these done by when we do some more recording on Monday my time, which means speaking of like odd and random armies, this is going to be a project I'm going to do and get an army ready for the channel. 1 second, I'll show everyone what. Well, you can sort of see them on screen, but Sisters of Silence, Anathema Arcana. I'm going to make a full Anathema Arcana army. So nothing but Sisters of Silence. It's going to be a terrible army, but I want to make a full army of these ladies. I need, for 1,000 points, I need 7 more boxes of these. I need Alea, which is a named character, and I also need to grab 3 or 4 rhinos as well. I think it's 3 rhinos. So that's going to be an army project for me. Absolutely love the Sisters of Silence minis. Really cool though. Rock up to a army that's using like psychic powers. Someone like 1,000 Suns go, aha! I do not care about your psychic powers. Can't use them on me ever. They just don't work. Can't like you just can't. There's none of this to have a 4-up ignore psychic powers. You just can't use psychic powers on Sister of Silence at all. They don't work on them. You're at negatives to cast around them. That's a lot. Yeah, it'll be cool stuff. Like I say, I think it's so. The idea will be there's going to be two of the regular squads, so the bolters. So two squads of them. They won't have rhinos. They'll be the backfield objective holders. You'll then have two of the squads with great blades in 9 model units because they'll go in rhinos. One will be with Aaliyah, one will be with the Knight Centura, which is the new character for them. And then there'll be a squad of 10 of the Witch Seekers, which are the flamer-wielding ones in a rhino. And the rhinos are going to have hunter killer missiles to give me my only real high-strength weapons in the army. So it'll be terrible, but it'll be such a fun project. It's like my Emperor Spears here. Combat Marine armies, maybe not the best thing in the game, especially with everything into combat, but this is totally how Emperor Spears fight. Like they're combat all the time. So, 25 Assault Intercessors, 6 Blade Guard Vets, Blade Guard Ancient, Captain, Lieutenant. Both the Captain and Lieutenant have Storm Shields and Power Swords. It's all about combat all the time. So, it is what it is. So yeah, that'll be one of my big projects. Next up, once I've got these guys done, it will be getting some conquest stuff done. I've got my old Dominion army there. I want to get painted up. Then we'll probably be hitting onto some Rohan for the Middle-earth strategy battle game. Might fit a few models in here and there for some other armies just to break it up, but I've got a small Harlequin force I want to paint up as well. Like 500 points of Harlequins, so we might just put them in as a quick little side project. I mean, I say quick, I'm painting freaking diamond patterns on them. Will it really be quick? Got like a little Aeronautica Imperialis force I want to paint up quickly as well, which will get done soon. So I've got the Eldar and the Space Marines from that, the dual box set that came out for Aeronautica, which I want to get painted up quickly. It shouldn't take too long, so that might just be one of those little projects I was talking about at the start to get something moving. What has been a decently long project getting these Marines done. If you're joining us live, let us know what you've been hobbying on lately. Love to hear from everyone on what you're all working on. We're painting up some Emperor Spears Space Marines today, doing the recess shading on a bunch of Marines. So get these guys pretty much finished and ready for the tabletop soon. So we're just going to base them after this. Just a little bit of a long process on there. Getting there, almost a quarter of the way through them. Oh, nice. Planning out a narrative campaign for Age of Sigma. Awesome. We are starting to work on some ideas for campaign stuff on the channel. Nice. Nice. Some homemade rules. Campaigns are always a nice way to just try out some nice, like, fun, friendly rules. Nice. I can see how that would work. Sounds good, man. Nice. Ugh, so we're slowly but surely making our way through this little lot of Marines. Yeah, like I said, we've got some conquest stuff we'll probably start work on next. Some Old Dominion. Nice. That sounds like a really fun thing to do, man. Like, I'm going to play games with my Zangor army, and until they've collected 999 eyes, they're not going to. That sounds really cool, man. Nice. Yeah, I mean, technically, every model it'll be, every model you kill, it's two to the number, isn't it? For the most models, there might be some models with multiple eyes, or some that are lesser. You don't want to verse any like Cygors or Fomeroid Crushers. You're only getting one for killing a big model. Yeah, he's got a good point. You got to get fun in a spider army. So it's 8 grots on the war party. So 8, 16, 24 on the War Party one, which has the most grots on it. Yeah, the what's he called? Spiker. A bunch of eyes. Yeah, you get none for the thralls. Nice. Yeah, I don't think you would there, John. I think that's a good point. You won't get any against them either. Sylvaneth have eyes. But with that said, everyone, that's going to be the end of tonight. It's almost 1 a.m. here, so I need to get to bed. Thank you all for coming, hobbing, hanging out, and chatting with us tonight. Been a ton of fun. I'll be back probably in a couple of nights. I probably won't be on tomorrow night. We've got some guests over. So stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Don't forget, if you want to join YouTube members and get some of the cool emojis on the chat, help support the channel, down in the video description, along with our Discord server as well. So stay safe, everyone. I will catch you all again real soon. Ciao for now.